Well, Bitcoin with a low and slow weekend after dropping down to my trend line pretty much to the dot and getting a little bit of support. The problem is we need a lot more support. And the other problem is we got down here to begin with. So a shakeout isn't necessarily a bad thing for an uptrend, but usually it's how the shakeout gets down there, where it's supported, and what it does afterwards. Yes, it's a lot. Um, but all that information tells you a story. And so far, this isn't a super bullish story. The story that's being told here is, yeah, we're not really comfortable getting up higher towards the 72. We're more comfortable getting down here in the $50,000 levels. So we want to get out of the 50,000s into the 70,000s. Well, it's going to have to start moving that direction. At this point in time, it's really not what we're doing. We're happily sitting down here. Now, so far, we have been able to stop going lower, but we really haven't gone any higher. We've just stalled for the weekend, and it's very early on Monday, at least in the US. Even though there's still 11 hours to the close, about halfway through the day technically. At the same time, though, I wish we were doing more. So you can see the volume stepping here intraday. Some good pocket pivots here indicating large volumes, but at the same time, the weekend was really low volume, which means that this isn't necessarily high volume. And the other side of that is that we have wicks to the top here indicating there's already some selling pressure. So some nervous Nellies out there. The buyers aren't really stepping in and buying in mass. It's more the sellers that are picking and choosing their spots, and the buyers are just being lazy. So we need to see something move vertically. This last time we were down in this area, we had a nice little chop here, some support after an attempt to go lower again, an attempt to go lower again that failed. Then we finally broke out. This time it was just a kind of a one and done, a washout. Then we reversed. Which one of these are we going to more likely do at this stage of the game? We've already seen both of these. And so far, we're not seeing a washout. A clear reversal already could have taken place, really just breaking at this 54,866 level, the high from 2 days ago, and we haven't really had any upside progress. So things aren't looking very good for the markets right now. Although we are getting a little bit of support, we really need a lot more support. So I'm hoping this week it steps in and we can have some verticality, get back up into the 60,000s, and then we'll see where we go from there. But if someone's looking to buy a dip right now, it's a very risky dip to buy, in my opinion. And while we do have a higher low here on, albeit a little bit higher volume, about actually a little bit less than this, it's still decent volume. We'll see how it goes. I'm not convinced. Let's just put it that way. All right, let's move on to Solana, which also I'm not convinced on anything with Solana either. Solana over here is just chopping his life away down here at the low. Only one close underneath this line, however, and this goes all the way back to the beginning of the line. This is the only close below, getting some support, but we still haven't exceeded this bar. We need to get above this bar. That would mean we have a shot. Other than that, we don't really have a shot, and I'll just show you that. So I move these down to the closes, which somehow I'm a little bit off. I should be dead on it right there. We've been down here multiple times, but have been unable to move lower. Maybe this is the time. So Solana being a leader in this market, if this breaks, that is going to be a big problem, implying that longs will be done for a while, especially for Solana. All right, let's look at some good news. Our top 50 coins that are moving. TAO is one of those tokens. Aave is the other one. TAO curling up here in a pretty good fashion, trying to form what looks like an inverted head and shoulders pattern. The problem is this middle candle has a tremendous amount of volume, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. That kind of volume is technically good, but a head and shoulders pattern doesn't have that kind of volume. This means that many people were willing to sell down here. But if it does get moving, you got a horizontal at the 369 basically. That would get you going. Shorter term, you are trying to get over the lows from the weekend, and we are actually extending up. Uh, I don't like these kind of lowish volume situations, which it does appear to be, and you can see it on the daily time frame. It needs a little bit more volume to really be convincing. This is not a great trading environment. And then Aave. Aave, I wish every chart looked like this. Aave looks pretty good. It's not perfect. Not perfect by a long shot. You're a little wide and loose in the middle of the pattern with a lot of high volume. You don't want high volume in the middle of the pattern unless it's at the low. This one is at the low, so that's good. That one kind of came down to low. But these other candles, this wide and loose action should be done up here, not down here. So we'll see what happens. We got kind of tight over the weekend, which makes sense. and then right now on the right side of this chart trying to get back up again. But you can see just a short time ago last week we were able to just almost take this entire range in one day. So very volatile environment, tough to really get excited about this. But it's one of the few that does actually look like it wants to do something. We'll see if it has the gusto to do so. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for you. Nothing super clear in the markets right now. So if you're confused, if you can't find good trades, if you're getting stopped out, that's because the market kind of sucks. And I really wouldn't be doing too much in it right now. So have a great day, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow on Altcoin Buzz Trading.